Entrepreneur Elon Musk recently commented on a video and shared his views on Australian Senator Malcolm Roberts. In his message to the World Health Organization, or the WHO, Musk emphasized that countries should not blindly follow the organization's authority. He expressed his thoughts on the World Health Organization's policies through social media. Responding to a post criticizing Roberts, Musk stated that Australia should not sacrifice its independence for the sake of the WHO. The effectiveness of certain public health measures implemented by the WHO sparked a passionate debate on social media, with supporters and critics voicing their opinions on the matter. In his tweet, Musk expressed concerns about the WHO's approach to tackling global health issues and suggested that some of their strategies might be ineffective or incorrect. He raised doubts about the impact of large-scale quarantines on vaccine distribution and their overall effect on public health. Before we discuss this in detail, please subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon. A Twitter argument between Elon Musk, the richest person in the world, and the World Health Organization, or the WHO, an important agency of the United Nations, quickly gained attention and led to widespread discussion. People from different backgrounds, including experts, politicians, and regular individuals, joined the conversation, sharing their opinions and participating in the global discussion on public health. As news of the Twitter exchange spread, it reignited interest in the state of public health worldwide. Many individuals have started questioning the role of influential figures like Musk in shaping public opinion and policy decisions related to global health. This incident highlighted the power of social media platforms in amplifying voices and influencing general discussions. Furthermore, the clash revealed the potential impact of conflicting viewpoints on public health. The exchange of opinions between Musk and the WHO exposed a divide within society, with some people supporting Musk's skepticism, while others defended the WHO's expertise and experience in handling pandemics and health emergencies. In response to the controversy, the World Health Organization published a series of tweets clarifying their stance on public health measures and emphasizing the importance of relying on evidence-based approaches. They emphasized, "When you claim we don't know what we're doing, remember that we are involved in producing the machines that make vaccines. Perhaps you should reconsider your investment in that particular company." The clash on Twitter between Elon Musk and the World Health Organization has sparked important conversations about the importance of effective communication among influential figures and global health organizations. It has brought attention to the responsibility that comes with influence and the potential harm caused by spreading false information or doubts about established public health practices. This exchange serves as a starting point for a broader discussion on public health issues, emphasizing the complex relationship between influencers, international agencies, and the global community in shaping the future of public health discussions. It highlights the need for decision-making based on evidence and constructive dialogue to address the challenges faced by our global health systems. Meanwhile, media outlets like Newsmax and Reuters have criticized the credibility and international standing of the World Health Organization as a protector of global health. Elon Musk, a very rich businessman, mentioned that the World Health Organization is an example of a situation where the organization in charge of setting rules is influenced by the entities it is supposed to regulate. He expressed his worries that the WHO is not handling different health crises well and does not give trustworthy information to the public. These statements caused a strong reaction and made the WHO respond to protect its reputation. The World Health Organization replied with a tweet that they are working hard to improve global health and save lives. Their job is to provide guidance and support based on evidence to countries, and they have been successful in doing this during the pandemic. But was it enough to satisfy Musk, who transformed the car and space industries? No. Musk, known for speaking directly and sometimes in a funny way, answered the WHO tweet by saying that the organization has received billions of dollars from big pharmaceutical companies, but still admits to providing incorrect information to the public. He then provided various instances where the World Health Organization lost trust or provided incorrect information. He stated that the mortality rate is much lower than initially believed, perhaps even 10 or 50 times lower. This clash on Twitter between Elon Musk and the WHO has sparked intense debates about the reliability of organizations involved in global health, the impact of Musk's criticism on public opinion, and trust in international organizations. As a prominent business leader with a large social media following, Musk's viewpoints can shape public perceptions and beliefs. However, it is essential to thoroughly examine the implications of Musk's statements on a global scale, particularly in the context of the COVID-19 pandemic. WHO has faced criticism for its handling of the crisis. Critics, including Musk, argue that the organization's response was delayed and that its changing recommendations may have contributed to the virus's spread. They also suggest that the WHO's reliance on funding from major pharmaceutical companies could have influenced its actions and advice. When looking at WHO's history, dismissing the validity of Musk's remarks becomes difficult. For instance, during the H1N1 pandemic in 2009, there were accusations that the WHO exaggerated the virus threat and responded incorrectly. In 2014, the organization faced criticism for its slow reaction to the Ebola outbreak in West Africa. Quote, "Well, I think practicing good hygiene is always important, like washing your hands and staying home or wearing a mask if you're coughing. That's just common sense. We should also consider the potential influence of large pharmaceutical companies on the WHO's work and its ability to make independent decisions based on scientific evidence." Musk's statements and criticism highlight the significance of independence, transparency, and trust in organizations involved in global healthcare. They emphasize the need to thoroughly evaluate the WHO's actions and role, particularly in light of our current global challenges. Only through open dialogue and collaborative efforts can we develop effective strategies in the field of public health. Spreading censored statements or conspiracy theories instead of evidence-based information can further erode public trust in global health organizations and hinder effective decision-making during a crisis. However, the conversation on Twitter between Elon Musk and the World Health Organization gives us a chance to think and improve. It reminds us that even big international organizations need to be responsible and honest in their work and communication. This can be a starting point for positive changes, pushing WHO and similar organizations to examine their methods, fix problems, and gain more trust. It's important that discussions about global health progress in a way that includes helpful feedback and encourages open conversations. Organizations like the WHO should actively involve influential people, experts, and the public to ensure their strategies and suggestions are well informed and can meet the evolving needs of society. Furthermore, this conversation brings attention to the importance of critically evaluating the information on social media and relying on trustworthy sources. It reminds us how essential media literacy is and how to differentiate between reliable information and unsupported claims. As we navigate the complex world of public health, it becomes crucial that discussions on platforms like Twitter go beyond surface-level interactions and become opportunities for collective learning and advancement. By creating an environment that welcomes diverse perspectives and prioritizes evidence-based information, we can work towards a future where public health discussions are built upon trust, transparency, and the shared objective of global well-being. Organizations need to listen and respond to criticism, particularly when it is based on facts and scientific evidence. Simultaneously, society must develop critical thinking and media literacy skills. In today's information-driven society, where social media plays a significant role in disseminating information, educating individuals on how to analyze and evaluate received information and verify its reliability and sources is important. Enhancing media literacy should be integrated into education to enable society to distinguish between accurate data and false information. For instance, during the H1N1 pandemic in 2009, the World Health Organization faced accusations of exaggerating the virus's threat and providing incorrect responses. In 2014, the organization was criticized for its slow reaction to the Ebola outbreak in West Africa. Remembering the value of good hygiene, such as hand washing and wearing masks when coughing or staying home if sick, is important. These practices are considered normal in Japan. Additionally, we should consider the potential influence of major pharmaceutical companies on WHO's work and its ability to make independent decisions based on scientific evidence. Musk's comments shed light on the significance of independence, transparency, and trust in global healthcare organizations. They emphasize the need to thoroughly evaluate the WHO's activities and role, particularly given the current global challenges. Only through open dialogue and collective efforts can we develop effective strategies for public health. Spreading censored statements or conspiracy theories rather than evidence-based information may further erode public trust in global health organizations and impede effective decision-making during crises. This involves providing support and forming partnerships with scientists and organizations involved in public health research. By doing so, we can encourage the development of new ways to prevent, diagnose, and treat diseases and enhance the overall public health system. Furthermore, influencers can utilize their platform to bring attention to important issues in the field of public health. They can actively support information campaigns, highlight challenges and successes in the area, and stimulate discussions among their followers and the public. These actions can help raise awareness and inspire people to back initiatives to improve global health. Additionally, these influential individuals can participate in the activities of public organizations that focus on health and the well-being of the public. They could become partners and sponsors of projects that aim to address global public health problems, such as improving access to quality medical services, combating infectious diseases, and reducing inequalities in healthcare access. Consequently, the involvement of influential figures like Elon Musk in public discussions about healthcare has the potential to bring about positive changes and drive improvements in the public health system. These individuals can contribute to progress and enhance our ability to respond to future health crises. This not only benefits the global community as a whole, but also creates new prospects for growth and innovation in various industries. Furthermore, influential individuals can utilize their platforms to raise awareness about the significance of public health and inspire others to take action by sharing trustworthy information and promoting evidence-based decision-making. They can play a vital role in combating the spread of misinformation and fostering a more informed public conversation. Additionally, they can advocate for increased transparency and accountability from global health organizations, urging them to improve their practices and enhance communication with the public. During health crises, they can help ensure that reliable and timely information reaches the public while ensuring efficient allocation of resources. Lastly, influencers can encourage collaboration among various sectors and stakeholders by promoting partnerships between governments, businesses, and nonprofit organizations. This collaborative approach can lead to a more comprehensive and efficient resolution of global health challenges. By incorporating these strategies into their endeavors, influential figures like Elon Musk can significantly contribute to promoting an informed, transparent, and effective public health system. During an interview on Joe Rogan's podcast, Elon Musk expressed his opinion on the coronavirus epidemic. He stated that the virus's mortality rate is much lower than what the World Health Organization reported. Musk believes that the actual mortality rate is significantly lower and possibly even 10 times less than what has been stated. However, Musk expressed frustration with the measures implemented by authorities to close businesses. He argued that such actions violated the Constitution and likened them to fascism. Musk also pointed out the importance of considering mortality statistics based on age and existing health conditions. Despite his concerns, Musk finds solace in the fact that restrictions are expected to be lifted soon. The United States government cannot sustain the ongoing quarantine measures, as many working-age Americans have already lost their jobs. Elon Musk again expressed frustration with the quarantine measures implemented during the coronavirus pandemic. He believes that the stay-at-home requirements imposed in various states violate the U.S. Constitution. In an interview for a podcast, Musk described the quarantine as a violation of the freedom of assembly guaranteed by the Constitution. He had recently criticized the closure of businesses in different states, which resulted in the temporary shutdown of Tesla factories. During an online meeting with investors last week, he referred to the enforced confinement of people in their homes as a form of fascism. Musk's criticism of strict quarantine measures aligns with the stance of U.S. President Donald Trump, who advocates for the swift lifting of restrictions, emphasizing that the country cannot afford to remain in quarantine for an extended period, such as 5 years. Some people seem to want to cause panic, but in certain situations, panic may be justified, right? This shared sentiment allowed Trump to announce that Elon Musk would become one of his advisors for reopening the US economy. Recently, Musk once again caught the world's attention with a new message on Twitter. He suggested that the COVID-19 pandemic might be a hoax and mentioned that evidence to support this claim would emerge soon. It all started when a rapper named Zuby tweeted, asking when everyone would admit that the COVID-19 pandemic was a fraud. Musk replied, saying that it will happen soon. It appears that the new owner of Twitter has some information that the previous owner removed from publications because it went against the policies of the Biden administration. Furthermore, it seems that Elon Musk also has convincing answers regarding the plausibility of the pandemic, and he will likely share them when the time is right. It seems that time is drawing near. Lately, Elon Musk's messages have become increasingly strange. He enjoys speaking in puzzling ways because he believes in educating the masses intellectually. In the past, everyone was compelled, almost through threats, to get vaccinated. But what about now? Forcing people to receive the coronavirus vaccine was deemed impossible by the World Health Organization. However, a new controversy has emerged due to mandatory vaccination. Society is furious over the World Health Organization's admission that compulsory vaccination was unnecessary. Western media journalists examined the coronavirus statistics in Britain and the data the kingdom's authorities shared, uncovering distressing facts. Among those who couldn't survive the infection, 90% had been vaccinated, and over 80% had received booster shots. Between the start of the epidemic and the end of last summer, more than 15,000 COVID patients died in the UK, with over 13,000 vaccinated individuals. Moreover, they had received multiple vaccinations. The reasons behind the vaccinated individuals' deaths were not disclosed. The organization neither addresses nor intends to rectify these mistakes. Statistics show fewer deaths have been recorded among people who haven't received the COVID-19 vaccine. Researchers have noticed this pattern, but its reasons are still unclear. As a result, the World Health Organization's immunization department has changed its recommendation and is no longer advising the vaccination of minors. Previously, doctors had urged parents to vaccinate children from the age of 6 months until they reached adulthood. Now, the responsibility lies with individual countries as they will consider the epidemiological and economic situations before making decisions. This shift in guidance raises doubts about whether we should trust the WHO's recommendations anymore. During the pandemic, they emphasized the importance of vaccinating young people as they were seen as a group that could contribute to the rapid spread of COVID-19. However, the widespread focus on COVID-19 vaccination has disrupted the regular vaccination schedules for younger individuals in different countries, possibly leading to measles outbreaks in some countries. Let's recall the situation from last year. Elon Musk once again made headlines by criticizing the chief infectious disease specialist of the USA, Anthony Fauci, who has been at the forefront of the fight against COVID-19 and vaccination efforts. Musk's remarks created controversy and raised questions. He even called for Fauci to be put on trial. It is worth noting that throughout his career, Fauci has been known for instilling fear, and COVID-19 is not the first instance. In the past, there was widespread panic surrounding AIDS, which Fauci also influenced. He made statements suggesting that simple acts like shaking hands or hugging could transmit the disease, but these claims were later debunked. However, by then the pharmaceutical industry where Fauci has been associated had already profited significantly from people's fears. Some may view Elon Musk's recent criticism of Fauci as a personal grudge or a movie-like scenario. However, there is significant troubling evidence regarding Fauci's past actions. In a recently published book by Robert F. Kennedy Jr. titled The Real Anthony Fauci, Bill Gates, Big Pharma, and the Global War on Democracy and Public Health, Kennedy claims that Fauci is a selfish individual who, during the AIDS crisis, portrayed himself as a world savior while aiding his big pharma partners in making billions of dollars in profits. Now it seems that Fauci's involvement in the fight against the coronavirus is simply a continuation of his earlier business ventures. Considering these allegations and evidence when discussing Fauci's actions and decisions is important. Although we may not be medical experts, what Kary Mullis, a Nobel laureate who invented the polymerase chain reaction, had to say about Fauci is worth noting. Mullis expressed his opinion, stating that Fauci lacks knowledge in various areas. Mullis even mentioned that he would be willing to confront Fauci directly. According to Mullis, Fauci's understanding of certain concepts, such as using electron microscopy to detect viruses in blood samples, is flawed. Mullis also suggested that Fauci lacks understanding in the field of medicine and questions his suitability for his current position. One might assume that the individuals leading the COVID-19 response in Russia better understand the situation. In fact, everything that Fauci and the World Health Organization recommended to the world was implemented in our country, following their guidelines word for word, as stated in the protocols provided to our Ministry of Health. However, we have witnessed instances where the measures taken to combat COVID-19 seem to defy common sense and sometimes border on outright absurdity. For example, if a person has been vaccinated, and we are now being taught that vaccination should be administered every 6 months, then why must they wear a mask? This contradiction raises questions about the reasoning behind certain measures and the approach's effectiveness. What do you think? Let us know in the comments section below. And that's it for today. We hope you found our video interesting. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up and share it with others. Also, if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to our channel. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of our new uploads. In the end, thanks for watching and see you next time.